In the previous two stages, you've created a SWOT analysis, looking at where you or your firm or your content marketing is doing well, where it's not, some opportunities for improvement, and some threats. And then you've also created, you've taken the learning there and you've applied them to some specific, very measurable goals that you hope will drive some key performance indicators, some marketing measures that will result in more sales and more revenue. Now you need to start thinking about what types of content you're going to use and where you will put them so that it supports the customer moving along the journey from awareness to decision. So you need content that supports them moving along this way, and then also that supports their emotional versus rational, their more audience engagement type needs. For this, what I recommend you do is simply copy these icons and descriptions on the right and then pull them over. That's what I would recommend you do. So I will show you an example of this. If we think we need to do more, so we talked about case studies. And copy that and paste it. So Control C and then Control V. And case studies have been used up here in awareness a little bit more, maybe somewhere in here, but we think by making them industry specific, we can make them a little bit more rational. People will consider them more as being non-biased and more applicable to them when they're making their purchase decisions. So even though case studies have been living over here, our goal is to move them down here where we think they're going to be right around here. So you leave it right there. And then you say some how-tos. We're not doing how-tos right now, but we think this would be of value and it could get some people into our marketing funnel. And these how-tos that we're going to do, how-tos can be more in depth for current customers, or they can be based off of some long tail keywords that you're getting from your Google Keyword Planner or your analysis of your non-branded paid search efforts. Maybe you're seeing that consumers keep searching for a specific topic and coming to your site. If you have a how-to about it, you can keep them on your site. And maybe you can make part of the how-to in a value-added PDF that they could download, and you request their email address for that. That's a great way to bring someone in. So you think these how-tos, they're a little bit more on the rational side. They're still somewhat emotional, but a little more on the rational side. However, they are more awareness. So we're going to put the how-tos here and so forth. And you just work through this and you say, hey, we want to launch a free trial. Control C, Control V. Free trials are more under decision. And for whatever reason, we think these are more emotional in nature. So we're going to put them up here. Maybe we're going to start a podcast. So you simply copy and paste these over. For the purpose of my students, if you're a student and watching this, I ask that you bring at least 8 different content types over from here to here. And you'll notice that I've also put some extra content types on here that are a little bit less frequently used. And so I've not put them with an icon. But if you'd like to bring these over, you can do so as well. And you can simply use an insert, a text box, and just put just text over here to show where that has been placed. Or if you're a real go-getter, you can go find an icon online and put that in here to keep it nice and attractive looking. Once you have this content, the content types narrowed down and put on your matrix, you can then start thinking about building out your editorial calendar. And as you've been working through the SWOT analysis and the goal creation and the content type alignment, I'm sure you and your team have, if you're working with the marketing department, and if you are working inside a marketing department, use everyone's input to build this out because it's very important. As you've been going, you've probably brainstormed and you've already thought about some of the content that you'll need. That is going to go into your editorial calendar, kind of a little bit more granular strategy rollout. And I'll show you that in the next video.